Hi, welcome to another episode of Advice on Aging. I'm Tina.
And I'm Carissa. Today we're talking about the three main costs of senior living. That includes rent, care fees, and meal plans.
So first one is rent. So obviously we want to look at what's the square footage, how many bedrooms or dens, bathrooms. Also, what's included in that rent? Is the cable in there? Is the utilities in there? Phone? Can they control their own heat, thermostat? Those are the things you want to see, like is that in the rent or is that additional? First start there. And then the next step is looking at your levels of care if you need assisted living.
Yes. So when you're touring, the person that you're meeting with, the marketing person, they should be able to give you an idea of what their levels look like. With Guardian Angels, we have levels. There are other companies that have a la carte. So everything is broken apart. We're in levels. Everything is included in that level price that you would need. So they should be able to tell you, based on what information you're giving them, what either a la carte you will need or what level you could possibly be in. Now, before you move into an assisted living on services, you do have to get a nurse assessment. And from there, then the nurse assessment will give you a pinpoint shot then of what your fees will look like. But again, they can change as your cares drop up or down. Those fees can change. And one thing to keep in mind too is that we do see inflation, especially in the last couple of years here. So you always want to account prices increasing by at least a few percentage points a year as you're doing your budgeting and planning.
That's a great point to make there. Also, the next bucket of costs are meal plans. We're in the state of Minnesota, so you should, if you're out looking for senior living, it should be separated. Sometimes it's not, but meal plans, how many meals do they need a day? 1, 2, or 3 is typically what you see, or none at all. If they want to cook by themselves, still can do that, then you don't need to even think about a meal plan yet. But like you said, budget for it for possibly later, just to know kind of what are those meal costs.
So the last thing and we've talked about this in an earlier episode, is that start early. Shop around, make sure that you're looking at different places. It is difficult to find apples to apples comparisons because every place does it a little bit different. At Guardian Angels, we actually offer you a chart where you can compare our pricing and kind of break it down. And then you could bring it somewhere else and see how that fits into their pricing as well. So take some time, bring your family, sit down after each place and talk it through, and then sit down after you've seen all the ones that you really like and look at the pricing and comparisons from there.
And price is one component of it. It's all about really the feel of it and how you feel, because this is your new home, so you want to just make sure you love it because that's where you're going to live and spend your time and meet new friends.
Thank you for joining us on another episode.